Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to episode 34 of Kingdom Come Deliverance. We think this is going to be the last episode, that we are going to finish this epic game today. So, without further ado, let's get on with it. We've got, I think, the final storming of the castle is what's going to happen here. I think we've done everything else we could do. We can't get Radzig and Lady Stephanie out, and so we're going to storm the castle. Oh wait, that reminds, forget everything I just said, except that today's the last day. We found, so we had to find 2 encampments, and we found 2. There was 1 left. It looks like the game is disagreeing with me because it doesn't show me having found this one. As always, it kind of kicks back a little bit. The camp is actually right here. So let's move our marker. We'll go down there, and then we have to go get the 3rd camp, and then we go back to the main our encampment and report in, and yeah, and then we'll start wrapping things up. I forgot we still had this part to finish from the last one. It's pretty exciting stuff to finish this game. We're about 170 hours into it right now. It's been a fabulous game. I've really enjoyed it. And I'm gonna be kind of sad. Yeah, there it is right there. See him down there? Yeah. I'm gonna be a little bit sad to be done with it. Not so sad that I'm gonna turn around and play it again right away, but I'm definitely gonna be a little sad. Okay, this one, I'm a little curious because of the way the last one was. If this camp here that we clearly already found is it. Let's get going. We got to find this one more camp, and then I think the battle will commence. Man, I hope I'm not wrong about this camp. I hope I'm right, and it's right where I think it is, and we're gonna find it, as opposed to galloping right through it and having the army. Oh, we found it. We don't see it, but we found it somewhere. The game tells us before we actually...
What are you doing here?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Run away. Run away. Okay, and because I think we can fast travel back to our main camp, so we can get that going quickly. This is what I was wondering about. Oh, I know what this place is. This is where we found Brother Simon on a completely different quest. That's what that is. Alright, so now we're going to fast travel to Talmberg. Go. Alright, let's go tell... Ooh. Oh, that was the trebuchet. Did you hear it? Look at that. Whoa! So cool. We're trying to bust down this castle because Sir Divish's wife and our father, we just discovered he was our father, Sir Radzig, is are trapped in there. They're being held hostage, and we are trying to rescue them and take back Sir Radzig's castle. Alright, is he here in this camp? Oh yeah, there he is right there. Hold on. Get down. Oh, we're hungry too. Wait, I'll talk to you in a minute, Sir Radzig. I gotta get me some chow. Very, very cool. Look, they're cranking back the trebuchet for another shot. Of course, because I stood here to watch it, it's not gonna go. I wonder if we can ask Thomas Fayfair if we can fire it again. Oh, they're just loading it. See, they're loading the rock up in down there. Loading up the sling. Come on, fire it, fire it. We want to see. Here we go. Whoa. So funny and cool. All right, Divish. Everybody's watching. Let's tell him. Hello, Sir Divish.
Greetings. What business have you?
We got to the trebuchet just in time.
We made it in the nick of time.
We failed.
Hey,
that serpent
Silasor.
from Valdic gave us the slip.
What?
I should have known he'd have his fingers in it all.
Wait, what? What's
Only I
happening
could
now?
cheat
Would you kill him?
Maybe. But before that, I'd throw him in the dungeon for a few years. See how much he enjoys it.
I
Still,
feel like
the
I
best
missed
I'll
something.
be able to do is lodge a complaint against him when the king returns, and just thinking about it gets my gall.
Gets my gall.
And my arms killing me. Damn it!
Wait, I thought we were telling him about the... Oh, maybe we're telling Robard about...
How do you like Master
the
Keezer, Sir
camps.
Divish?
How do I like him? As if it's not enough to hurl giant boulders at my castle, he wants to throw kegs of gunpowder.
Divish is a little bit
but he has to do
ambivalent about
something.
this invasion.
Those boulders could hit my wife. And if they don't get her, the gunpowder could burn her to death along with Sir Radzik.
Yeah, I know.
What would you have us do?
I'm sorry.
Divish?
I know how you feel. I feel much the same. When we're done, what state will my castle be in? What will I do if the worst happens? What? Enough of that. Better to spend my time in prayer than worry.
I really like his jacket. I would wear it. Alright, so I think we got to tell Robard about the troops, about the encampments. But I'm glad we had that talk anyway. I found all the camps.
I found all of their campsites. The rest of the woods are clear.
Oh,
That's
nice,
a relief.
Pip. And I think you said
Now
you'd
let's
played
relieve
this one
ourselves of
before.
this accursed toff.
Oh, I got 650 groschen and got a new perk in strength. That's
here.
the end of that quest.
Can't you see we're still bombarding? You came too soon.
What? Alright, I just want to see this for science. So, every time we ask Robard for training, since the very beginning of the game, he gets mad at us because of something that happened in the very beginning of the game. So a lot has happened since. We've been the hero of the siege camps, but I'm wondering if we ask him for training now, if he's going to still say the same thing, like, you've got some nerve.
Can you teach me how to defend myself better in combat?
Certainly.
Oh! I guess he likes us again.
I'd like to hone my skills.
All right, but it'll cost you.
Nice! I misjudged him. I was absolutely positive
Now, pay close
that
attention.
he was going to yell at us again, that they wouldn't have updated that conversation. Cool! Alright, what were the other things he said he would train us in? Let's see if we can get any other training.
I'd like to improve my swordsmanship.
I think we're only 3 in
too.
maces and
But
bludgeons.
you already know everything.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we do have pretty good. We are pretty good there. And
I'd like to get better at
I think we're
fighting with
too
a mace.
baby on this one.
Certainly.
I think we're like level 3.
I'd like to practice the basics.
All right, but it will cost you.
Like $1, a groschen.
Now, pay close attention. See you later.
Okay. Well, nice. I did not think that was going to work. Now what are we doing? Okay, let's see. Whoops. He said we're here too early. Wait until the 2-day bombardment is finished. Oh, well, I'm sorry, Robard. I forgot, because, you know, that was a couple days ago. And we did go out and find the camps. Well, we could... Oh, yeah, it's night now, so it might be tomorrow. Maybe we'll just sleep. I was going to say we could run to the herbalist and get some herbalism training while we're waiting. But by the time we get there, it'll be dark. And then the bombardment, the big battle might start tomorrow. All right, let's go in the lordly tent, which evidently is our tent now. And have our little shut-eye. All right, Henry. Sleep and save. Okay, so in that case, let's go to Ledechko. We'll ride up to the herbalist and get that training. And then, if I haven't had it already, I'm pretty sure I haven't. And then go talk to the charlatan, although I don't like him, and see if he has any other missions for us. I'm quite impressed, since I generally can't find my way anywhere. But I went to this gal a lot of times for the siege missions, so let's see if she'll give me some alchemy training. I mean, some herbalist training.
Greetings. What do you need?
How about some training?
Would you teach me something about medicinal herbs?
Certainly.
I want to achieve mastery.
All right, but it'll cost you.
All right, but it'll... 21,000 groschen?
Isn't that quite a lot?
It is quite a lot. Sorry for that shrill... Oh, wait, I don't know what... 21,000 is what I have. Okay, I can afford her 1,600, but Just on principle, we're not paying that.
Is this enough?
Come now, just a little more and we have a deal.
Alrighty.
Agreed. Now, listen up.
Okay.
God.
Okay, now we're up to level 16 in herbalism. Alright, let's go, I guess, see if the goofy charlatan has any more quests for us. You know, I'm a little torn about this because if doing this ends up making us then not finish the game tonight, then I will be unhappy about that, but... yeah. So it's a little bit of a toss-up, but we're gonna go for it.
My friends.
All right, Mr. Goofy
At the
Man.
miraculous
Last
items
time
on
we
offer
talked to him, he
today.
said he had to leave
For a
town because
fraction
of
of
our
their true
foolishness. But he's still here.
God bless. Can I help you?
Oh, nope. See, he's done. He's got nothing else to teach us. I guess we finished. So I think we're finished with him. Alrighty. I'm glad we tried it, though, and we got our training.
Mandrake roots taken straight from the
And honestly, he's a weird guy. I really, his voice grates on me, so I'm glad. I'm not sorry that we're done talking to him. All right, let's ride out west of town and see if we can find these statues and bury the poor Lev.
Hey, lad! Don't you want a little wager on the rat ape?
I've got something that needs stitching
That's what
up.
he wants. Is
Could you do it for me?
Bet on the tourney.
All right. I can't have you walking around in torn rags, can I? Show it here.
Okay. So that should take care of our clothes. So that'll be ready for the big battle. Weapons are ready for the big battle. Well, let me actually look at the weapons I'm going to be using. Yep, 100. All our armor is at 100. I wish we could give Teresa this necklace, but we can't. Alas. Alrighty, we're really just goofing off now. Hard for me. Hard for me to choose, like, to be mean Henry, or something like that. So most of the choices would probably be the same. There were a few I kind of made accidentally, like where I killed people and or pickpocketed people unintentionally. So those choices I would make differently, but for the most part I would probably make the same choices. Not sure. I might try to save Teresa in the very beginning. Not sure about that. That was kind of a tough one, but I didn't know what was even happening, and if I played again, I would be more confident about everything, and so more likely to take those kinds of chances. Divish is, of course, off praying, doing nothing much else. They're still wailing people with the trebuchet. Oh, I still have a little Teresa love happening. All right, Robard. Yeah, he just walks right past me. He really is mad at me. I suppose we'll have to attack.
Since Sir Divish's colours still aren't flying over Talmberg, I suppose we'll be attacking.
Just so. That Istvan's a stubborn bastard.
All right, when do we start?
There's no reason to wait. Are you really ready? If you need to rest or anything, we can still wait.
Because it's all
you
about
won't have
me.
another chance until we won the day. Or until your final rest.
Well, that's a heck of a way to think about it. I'm ready,
I'm
baby.
ready.
Let's go.
Glad to hear it. We're going to attack on two fronts. The north gate and the west wall, which will scale with ladders. The attack will be split into different stages. Taking the outer walls, the inner bailey, and finally the core of the castle and the tower.
Okay.
How are we going to attack the gate?
We'll try to do as much damage as we can with the trebuchet first. Keezer claims he can even hit it directly. Even if that's true, we'll have to charge through a downpour of enemy arrows all the way to the portcullis.
Portcullis?
Fortunately, it's wooden, so we'll be able to break it down. But dealing with the defense in the bailey won't be easy.
And what's the plan for attacking the west wall?
First, we have to get men to the wall with ladders, which is no easy matter under fire, so we'll need as many men covering them as possible. As soon as the ladders are in place, our foot soldiers will run up and try to scale the wall. Once a few of them get to the battlements, we should quickly gain the upper hand.
Okay.
How will we take the battlements?
Either by scaling the west wall, or our men at the gate will help. If they can break through, that is.
And the inner bailey?
That will be tough. Even if we get through the gate and into the outer bailey, we're still a long way from victory.
Yeah, we already
the
gained the inner bailey,
so we'll be
the
like
outer
hens
bailey
in a coop
before.
to anyone with a bow on the inner battlements. We'll have to either fight our way through, or somehow get around them.
I mean, I thought we'd already determined he only had about 35 men in there, so...
What about the living quarters?
There, I'm worried most about the hostages. Once we're inside, Istvan will know defeat is inevitable, but we'll still have to fight for each and every room.
I wonder if he means in the castle itself, or that little part where we thought they were. I'm assuming he means in the castle itself.
I think I've heard everything I need
Although
to know.
that'll be hard to fight up there.
Do you want to join the attack on the walls or on the gate? Remember, many of the Skalitz men will follow you. It could make a big difference.
I'll help with the attack on the walls.
I'm proud of you, Henry. You've changed from an insolent pup into a tough, reliable fighter.
Well, thank you,
And as
Robart.
God is my witness, we will kick those whore sons' arses.
Yes, we shall.
A village lad and an old soldier. This man must be shaking in his boots.
If he's not shaking, then he doesn't know what he's got coming.
I'm glad
Just
we
one
didn't
last
have to
thing, though.
decide.
No matter how good the plan is,
Where we
something
wanted to go.
always gets fucked up. Keep your eyes open and take
Okay.
advantage of every chance. Help your comrades and don't go rushing in where you're outnumbered.
All right.
You have to take the
I'm
castle
worried.
gradually, one position after another.
Okay.
I'll remember that.
Good luck to you, stripling.
Good luck to
Good
you,
luck to
old
you.
man.
Old soldier.
Good luck then.
See that guy twirling around in circles back there? Here we go. Oh my goodness, look at this. Gorgeous. Hello, Hans Capin. Oh. If I have my sword equipped. Okay, we've been bombarding for 2 days and finally one hit, or what?
Charge!
I guess ladders. We're the walls, so we're going to be climbing over with ladders, I think. That was pretty uplifting. Attack! This is kind of scary, honestly. Wait a minute. I just want to make sure I have my... I was afraid of that. Oh no, they are equipped. Okay, let's go!
Attack! At them!
That looks like Captain Bernard right there. I thought they were following me. Oh, look, that guy's already dead. Oh, that's right, because
Shields, for fuck's sake! Cover yourselves!
we're getting arrows shot at us. I guess we're not getting arrows shot at us personally. Does this mean we are going up first? Okay. Use the ladder. I guess this is what we're supposed to do. Follow me, men! But don't leave me up here by myself. I think we might have to draw our sword again once we get up here. Is anyone up here? Oh. Hey, too many guys in our face. stamina. Manage my stamina. Okay, he's down. He's down. Who else? Oh, I like his helmet with the little scales on it. Oh, sorry. I think that might have been one of our guys. Oh, wait, what's happening? Stand up, Henry. Okay, now where? It's a good thing they know where they're going, because I clearly don't know where I'm going. Should we take a decoction? It doesn't look like we can. Alright, no worries. Wait, what did it say? Oh, you can't. Okay. I know that already.
And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
Okay, he's down into the wall. Whoops, I keep hitting Captain Bernard. I mean, I don't think I'm really hitting him because I don't think the game lets you hit your own guys, but I feel like I'm hitting him. Okay, cool. Now who are we fighting? This guy? We got him. And I gotta say, I've come a long way since the fight at the beginning with Runt. I kind of feel like as soon as we get silver swords again...
And now from the south! We'll charge them from the rear!
If we get it again, I'm gonna slurp down a marigold decoction just so it can be working. Okay, he's down. There's another bad guy. I'm fighting two guys at once, one right through the other. Okay, run. Is that everybody back there? Yes. Oh wait, there's somebody right there. We're all fighting him. Okay, that's the end of him. He's down. None of our guys are getting hurt, I'm not sure. Wait, what are we doing, Captain Bernard, I mean? I'm watching for the silver swords. Okay, real quick, we're gonna slurp down a marigold decoction. Let that get cooking. We're not really hurt, but we're a tiny bit hurt. We don't know what's to come, so we might need it. Uh-oh, I lost my way. Wait, what do you mean I'm in a private area? Where'd they go? Oh no, where'd they go? Game glitch, possibly? Oh no! Where'd my guys go? Was there a downstairs there we could have taken? This is the portcullis controls. Oh, here we go. Follow the line of swords. Another dead guy. Oh no, that's one of our guys. Oh, we're in the inner bailey. Is this where we're supposed to be? Oh yeah, there's a bunch of fighting down there. Sorry everybody. Sorry. Here I am. I'm coming. Let me get down here. Fight. Oh, man. Look, new points for everything. Well, that was sort of embarrassing that I showed up late for the party there. Alright, we got the outer bailey. This seems like the inner bailey to me. Not quite sure where we are. There's Hanush back there and Captain Bernard. Yeah, exactly. Uh-oh, look
Sir,
at that.
You should give the order.
Let's see if Istvan Toth can worm his way out of this one.
Don't tempt fate, Hanush.
It's my wife and my father.
Istvan! It's over!
He's going to throw Lady Stephanie out the door there.
You want us to come and get you?
I wouldn't advise that. If your friend Divish wants to see his wife alive again.
And Sir Radzig? Are both hostages unharmed?
For now, Hanush, unless circumstances change.
Well, I'm glad to hear it. My guest is also safe and sound, but he's also quite keen to go home. I imagine you feel the same way. It's been a long time since you warmed yourself at your own hearth.
I'm in no hurry. I've plenty of supplies here. Grand view and excellent company.
Shoot him with
what more could I want?
bow. Shoot him with an arrow, somebody.
Freedom? Freedom to get an arrow in the back?
How about one
Sir,
right between your eyes right now?
All noblemen here, all bound by honor. I give you my word as a knight and lord, and that of my companions. If you release Lady Stephanie and Sir Radzig, you may leave the castle with your men and go on your way unharmed.
What do you think, men?
And just how far will we get? What good will it do me if your men attack us in the woods instead of here?
If you give me your word of honor that you will leave and never return, I promise you safe passage to the boundary of this fiefdom. What happens after that is up to you and the will of God Almighty.
Very well then, but I want a small safeguard. I'll give you her ladyship, but Radzig comes with me. I'll release him in Skalitz.
Oh,
Out of the question! Is our word not good enough for you?
Is mine not good enough for you? I swear I'll release him when I get to a safe distance.
I'll go with him, Hanush. Let the Lady Stephanie have her freedom now.
Father!
Don't worry, son. I trust Lord Toth's self-interest more than his word. He wouldn't be fool enough to harm me.
If you're certain, Radzig.
Prepare horses and supplies, and tell your men to pull back. We'll come down.
You heard him. Get to work. And any man who breaks this truce answers to me.
Radzig is an interesting-looking guy.
My word is my bond, Henry.
He's a cutthroat and a liar. Good men are dead because of him. What's to stop us from skewering him as soon as he sets foot outside?
Our honor!
If you let him go, he'll do the same again. Or worse.
God's justice will find him. And then he'll get a taste of my mace.
If we break our word of honor, we have none. And without honor, we are nothing. Never fear. Your father will be all right.
We'll hunt down those vermin yet.
Robard is a little bit still annoyed about this whole situation. Yeah, I think Radzig is a really interesting-looking character. It makes me want to Google who his face was based upon.
Bring the horses.
Bilbo probably knows. If he were here, he could tell us and share a video with us about it.
Here she is, as I promised. Not a hair on her head harmed.
Divish!
Oh, honey.
Stephanie.
Forgive me, husband. I'm sorry.
For what?
For letting them into the castle.
Oh, come now, my dear. You're not to blame.
Don't look at her, Henry.
Know who he was. He said he was your friend.
Never mind. Did he hurt you?
No.
I hope your word can be trusted.
I hope
Certainly
yours
more
can.
than yours.
If everything goes as agreed, I'll set Radzig free in Skalitz. If anyone tries to follow us, I'll kill him.
Well, we're definitely going to follow because we got to pick him up in Skalitz.
My apologies for keeping you from your father, but you'll see each other soon enough.
This guy's a slimy so-and-so.
I almost forgot.
Your father's sword. Oh, is he going to give us the sword back?
I expect you'll want it back after all the trouble you went to.
Too bad.
Actually, you know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you.
I look forward to it. Yeah!
Bastard! No, we don't like him at all.
Quick!
So-and-so.
To the battlements! We have to see which way they go.
Well, I'm assuming they're going towards Galax.
Oh,
we know that already.
For Skalitz. Mount up, Henry. You've heard what he'll do if we follow them. We're not going to follow them. We just have to collect your father. Or do you want him to walk back here when they release him?
Well, that's true. Was never to be found and lost on the sand of ages. Hey, Green Ranger! Do we think that sword, I mean, is that sword part of the true story, or is that, I assumed that was just part of a figment of the whole thing. A fictionalization. I kind of wanted to check all my armor and everything. Oh, look, I don't have any food either.
How long have we known each other? A few weeks?
That's all the time it's been? It seems like it's been months.
Before that, I was chasing wenches around Rattay and you were digging turnips. And now look at us. A pair of veterans.
Whoops.
I was an apprentice blacksmith.
Not digging turnips or caping.
Yeah.
Well, I have to say that final battle was a
Noble,
little anticlimactic.
Yes, so am I.
Sir Radzig will be there.
The way you found Tom, sneaking into Brannick all on your own. Well, what I mean is, hats off to you, Hal. You wouldn't catch me doing that.
Truth is, I didn't think much about it. I just felt I had to do it.
A lot of games are that way, though. You expect the final boss to be the hardest, or the just whatever, and they aren't always.
Not long ago, I only made plans 3 days ahead at most. Maybe I really could do something for Rattay and its people.
Ooh, Hans Capin grew up.
Big.
That's nice.
But there'll be plenty of time for that later.
Ah, well, maybe it will. His armor's nice.
What should I say to him?
Don't worry. It'll come. There's no sign of them.
Oh, we know that, huh?
Move on.
They've already said that, Celisar. Here he comes. We didn't bring an extra horse for him. That seems a little short-sighted.
I'm glad to see Ishban kept his word,
Father.
sir.
Not half as glad as I am, Your Grace.
Well, we kept our word too. And now Toth has had his head start and he's fair game. Which way do they go?
To the north, but I would be careful, Sir Hans.
Fear not, Your Grace. I have twice as many men as he.
Well, we got
I
like
won't
6
keep
guys.
you any longer. I'm sure the two of you have a lot to say to each other. Let's go!
Yeah, Sir Hans's armor's pretty fancy.
You alright, Father?
I am. They treated me quite decently. Although they did steal my horse, so I'll have to go back on foot.
That's silly. Why wouldn't we have brought a spare horse? We knew he was going to be walking. Let's rebuild
like it's all over.
Skalitz together.
Not by a long shot. It won't be over until we get this mess cleared up.
And catch that bastard. How could we let him go?
Would you rather we killed him? Even if it meant Lady Stephanie and I died too?
No, of course not. But what was to stop us from killing him after the exchange?
Honor?
Honor.
Honor?
If the word of honor of a nobleman could not be trusted, then he would never have agreed to the exchange.
And where's the honor in abandoning your son?
Here it is.
You know how it is.
Yeah.
We were young. It happened. and I couldn't marry a commoner. Then your father, Martin, came along and took care of both of you.
Well, he knew it.
What? That I was your father? Certainly. He was a great man. He took you as his own. And always kept an eye on you. Of that you can be sure.
I know so little about his past.
He told you
look at
nothing.
That view. Beautiful.
Oddly enough, even though you don't have his blood, you're very like him. When he was around your age, he became bored of his trade and set out to see the world. He lived through many adventures, even fought in a war.
In a war?
Yes, in Poland, I believe. And I don't think he cared much for it.
That's why he wanted me to stay at home.
He spent some time in Prague, then settled in Kuttenberg. But it seems he quarreled with someone there and finally ended up here. You know the rest.
I loved him, but even so, I somehow always had a feeling I didn't quite fit in.
It was in your blood, I suppose.
I lost the one thing I had left from him. Your sword.
Ah, the sword. It's not my sword. It's yours. For a moment there, it was so near, yet so far. Oh, well, it can't be helped.
It was almost within my grasp, but
That's
just
true.
then I had something else on my mind.
Well, I think we may yet have a chance to get it back. This business with Toth is not yet over, unfortunately.
That's a chance I'd welcome. Not just to get the sword, but that bastard Istvan too. And then I'll find that German whoreson who torched Skalitz, and I'll slay him with it.
Wasn't that Runt?
I'll never forget his face.
No. Yeah, this guy, Mark Vart.
Or his name. Mark Vart von Aulitz.
Those are noble intentions, son. But don't forget
like
there are other
name,
things
Mark
in this
Vart.
world that are worth living for.
Like what?
Look around you. Blue
Teresa.
skies overhead, green grass underfoot, beautiful girls. Good wine. A few good
Now
friends
that we're
and
noble,
a fine
I guess we're going to have
steed
to
under
turn
your
our back on
backside.
Teresa.
Those are things worth living for. Though I can't deny that swine who killed your mother must pay for what he did. But it's better not to dwell too much on that at the cost of those other things. On the subject of steeds, I think we'll have to ride like the Knights
Hey,
Templar.
Bilbo.
How's that?
2 up. One day I'll tell you how they got their seal. You can take the front.
Bilbo, that Brian Blessing video was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much
It's
for
like I
sharing
always imagined it would be. Teaching my boy to ride. Although it would be better if you were a little smaller.
Yeah, I don't know
My
why
word,
they
it's all
didn't make
go
him
today,
bring
isn't
a
it?
spare horse.
I wonder who this is.
I think I know.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Margrave's
hilarious.
Jobst.
It was hilarious.
The king's cousin? I wonder what he wants. I guess we'll find out soon enough.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't bring a spare horse. That didn't make any sense. Well, looks like a greeting card scene, doesn't it? Henry hasn't changed his clothes yet. Looks like he took his armor off, though. That was my fault. I just was letting him run.
Doing well, son.
Oh, that's nice.
Father.
Come now. You know whose side you.
That doesn't matter now.
He's just my bio dad. You're my real dad.
I miss you, Emma. I miss you very much.
You'll be fine. We're
You've
proud
turned
of
into
you.
a good man, Henry.
For what? I let you down. I lost the sword. I let that bastard get away.
Don't be so hard on yourself. There was nothing you could have done to save us. And someone has to live and carry the torch. As for the sword, it's just a thing.
You didn't want me fighting. Now look at me.
I'm a knight.
Standing up to evil isn't the same as sowing its seeds. You did what was right.
Exactly. We probably already have a better sword. Wow, that's a pretty little greeting card picture, isn't it? I expect a dragon to fly in.
I have
or
to
an
leave
elf
you
to
now.
pop up. Goodbye, Martin.
Oh, please.
You know I can't stay.
Will I ever see you again?
God knows.
In your dreams, Henry. Oh, look, there's our mom.
Make her proud.
It's a little Wizard of Oz looking, but okay.
Okay.
Bye. That was pretty sentimental, I have to say.
Oh, don't go. No.
Yeah.
What on earth were you dreaming about? I couldn't wake you, and it's well past dawn. Sir
My
Radzig wants you at the
parents.
upper castle. The lords are in council.
Oh,
with
look, we
Yost.
got our green pants on.
Right.
our
I'll go
Green
straight
Ranger
away.
outfit, except for this white shirt. Don't tell me we're wearing the Lady Stephanie shirt. That's going to get us into trouble.
What is it?
It's just... I don't know how to address you anymore. All of a sudden you're Sir Radzig's son, hobnobbing with lords and ladies. And here's me, as common as muck.
Oh, give over, you idiot. Do I look like a lord to you?
Well, yeah, kind of.
Not really.
Fancy duds.
You're as much a lord as I am a nun. And I've never looked good in a habit.
Get out of here. Or I'll have you clapped in the stocks.
Look at the shoes we have on. We have those long, pointy slippers on. I would never put those shoes on Henry, or this shirt, frankly. But look at our fancy room we have now. Big digs. Oh, now we're going to get in trouble for trespassing. This is our room. Oh, okay. And now, of course, once again, we are hungry. Okay, so there is more to it. Henry wakes and activates his perks. Go to the upper castle during the day to meet Margrave. Oh, in the upper castle. So, isn't that where I am? So we're in the lower castle. We're heading to the upper castle. Here he comes. Wait. Okay, good. All swanked up for one last time. On our way to the upper castle. We're still feeling a little peckish, so we'll have to grab a bite once we get up there. I'm sorry, all you Scalix refugees. I am a nobleman now. I cannot acknowledge you. I'm no longer one of your people. Guard, get out of my way. I think we might have to. We can't marry a commoner. I'm not sure how that's going to work out, the whole Teresa situation.
Oh, how? Are you going to the meeting with Margaret?
Look, he has his armor on and we don't have ours.
What about Istvan? I assume
that we didn't catch him? No.
No.
Because if we had, you'd be the first one to know. No fear. We'll get him eventually.
Hey, I was
hope you're
faithful
right.
to her all the way till the end.
Anyway, let's go and see what Jobst wants from us.
You guys, you led me down the garden path to take my armor off, and Capon has his armor on. Now we look like a doofus.
My lords, Christ's blessings on you all.
Exactly.
And on you, Lord Capon.
And this is my son, Henry.
Exactly.
I didn't know you had a son, Sir Redzig.
It came as a bit of a surprise to young Henry, too.
This gentleman here is John II of Liechtenstein,
Showing my
a
wild
member of my
oats.
council.
I'm honored, gentlemen.
John.
Come join us. Margrave Jobst was just about to tell us the reason for his visit. Your Grace?
I'm sure we're all agreed, Your Graces, that all this unrest must come to an end. This kingdom needs a king.
Question is, which king?
My cousin, Wenceslas IV, who is being held in captivity.
The one we've been fighting for
I have
this
to
whole
confess,
time.
my lord, that your answer surprises me a little. If I'm correctly informed, until recently you sided with your other cousin, Sigismund.
That I cannot deny, and I have always stated my position plainly. But times have changed.
How have they changed, Your Grace?
Sir, there is one thing on which we undoubtedly concur, that King Wenceslas, unfortunately, did not inherit his father's gift for governing.
That is
Sadly,
true.
his failures have cost Bohemia, the nobles, and our whole Luxembourg family a great deal of money and effort.
How did the king let it go so far, damn it?
It's in his temperament. He cares only for wine, women, and the hunt. A king, in fact, who never wanted to be king.
Then why didn't he just let his brother have the crown?
Yeah.
Young sir, the crown weighs heavy when there are duties to be performed, but to surrender it means giving up great privileges too.
But he did surrender power to his brother. When things started getting out of hand, Wenceslas appealed to Sigismund for help in restoring order.
What, you're saying Wenceslas has invited him here?
This is starting to make my head spin.
Actually, it
bath,
makes sense when you
Hans.
think about it. Sigismund wanted to re-establish the power of the whole House of Luxembourg.
And he'd still be the king's brother.
He thought if he helped Wenceslas win the imperial crown, in return his brother would help him become the king of the Romans, and leave the actual reign of Bohemia and the empire to him. Sigismund would govern, while Wenceslas could carry on doing what he was best at, enjoying the life of the imperial court.
Why wasn't Wenceslas crowned Holy Roman Emperor long ago? He was already elected king of the Romans. All he had to do was go and let the Pope put the damn imperial crown on his head.
Who knows? Maybe he'd prefer hunting and consorting with bathhouse wenches to spending time with the Pope.
Well, so
I mean, who wouldn't?
I must admit.
Sigismund's plan seemed sound enough, but it didn't quite work out, did it?
It worked for a while. He and his brother reached an agreement. Sigismund took over administration of the kingdom and began planning Wenceslas's journey to Rome for the imperial coronation. But then Wenceslas realized he would just be a puppet with a crown.
I must say, Margrave Jobst, Wenceslas and Prokop behave rather like naughty children in need of a good clout about the ears.
Sigismund would agree. He was already planning his rule of Bohemia, and all of a sudden, the rug was pulled from under him. I'd say he lost his patience and decided he'd drag Wenceslas to the coronation kicking and screaming if he had to. Just like a naughty child, as you say.
So he abducted him and your brother Prokop too, if I heard correctly.
Correct.
And you helped him do it, if I heard correctly.
Yes, your graces, it's true. I was there when Sigismund abducted Prokop. I thought everything could somehow be settled, that we could make my brother see sense. But Sigismund just wanted to put an end to the dispute once and for all, whatever the cost. There was nothing I could do to stop him. And that's one of the reasons why I'm here.
Okay, let's hear it.
The worst of it is that it was all for nothing. Instead of putting a stop to the revolt, it escalated it, and the result is this chaos we have today.
That's true enough, sir. But I must admit now, I'm not sure what your position is. The king is incompetent, but we must protect him?
The simple truth, gentlemen, is that for all of Wenceslas's faults, we have no one else.
So we'll have to make do with his idleness.
People like
Well,
him,
we
though.
would still have
But
Sigismund.
what can we do now? Sigismund has the League of Lords behind him, Otto von Bergolf, Heinrich von Rosenberg.
The situation has gotten completely out of control. Now even the nobles of the League of Lords are realizing that Sigismund wasn't the right choice.
Well,
so now Berghoff is on your side. Are we to assemble an army together with him and face Sigismund on the field of battle?
We're not in Hungary now. Such affairs may be settled elegantly, without unnecessary hostilities or expenses. I have negotiated an alliance.
Interesting.
With the Hungarian bishops, the Polish, and of course the Czech nobility.
Did Wenceslas die?
Against Sigismund. Every day he is losing the ground under his feet, and that's why I need your help.
Yeah,
too.
that's what I figured. That sort of dissolute lifestyle wouldn't have lived. You wouldn't have lived very long like
What kind
that
of
at
help,
that time.
Sigismund has a massive
Acting like
army.
that.
Rosenberg, Berghoff, and Prague are behind him. Do you have an army you could face him with?
But that's not what I mean at all. There's been a revolt against Sigismund in Hungary. Partly due to my efforts. And now he'll have to choose whether he wants to gain the Bohemian crown, which is a very risky enterprise, or hold on to the Hungarian
has some
one.
weird,
he can't have
postures.
both. And there's a tough struggle awaiting him in Hungary. I'm not sure he'll win, and Rosenberg and Berghoff know it too. They're not stupid. If the Bohemian nobility stands together, they will turn.
We are men of little consequence, Margrave. Radzig here lost everything because of his alliance with Wenceslas.
Exactly.
Sir Divish came within a hair of the same fate. Even Rattay is defenseless against Sigismund and the League of Lords.
What's more, Your Grace, King Wenceslas languishes in captivity in Vienna. He can't rule too well from there.
And what do you propose? To sit with your arms folded till the Bohemian lands are turned to ashes like Skalitz? We have to put a stop to this senseless war.
Well, tell
And
us
do
what
you
you
know,
propose,
sir,
dude.
what the true position of the League of Lords is?
I'm not on the best of terms with them at this moment, so you'll have to ask them yourselves.
Yes. Why not? I'll go and visit Berghoff at his castle and we'll see what he tells me.
There you go.
You know, that's not such a bad idea, young sir.
True. Though a little risky.
I doubt Berghoff would harm a blue-blooded envoy. And you can find out what he has to say about developments and what the League of Lords is planning. Then we'll decide what to do next.
I'll help you compose a letter to him.
I'd like Henry to come with me.
Why not? He's proven himself an able investigator, and he'll also be a good bodyguard if anything should happen.
And I'll send Sir John here to Kuttenberg to be my eyes and ears there. I believe both your reports will help us get a better grip on the situation.
When can you set out?
Just as soon as I've packed my things.
And taken a bath.
Margrave Jobst and I will draft a letter. Get ready, and we'll meet back here.
I expect it would be best to write it in your name as Lord of Lipa.
Quite so, Margrave.
What exactly am I to write?
Oh, what isn't really the issue. The question is how. We need to learn where they stand on liberating the king and ousting Sigismund. If they'll make trouble or join our side, but...
You kind of started.
So, it looks like you're off on a mission.
Yes. I can't wait.
I don't want to dampen your spirits, my boy, but watch out. These are evil times, and who knows what can happen along the way. Not to mention that Berghoff is no saint.
Don't worry.
I'm in my
I
little
know.
jumper, so I'm
You've
good.
shown you can fend for yourself, but do take care. You'll be traveling as Lord Capon's bodyguard.
Why am I traveling
You'll be
as
there
his
to make
bodyguard?
Sure nothing
I'm a
untoward
noble now,
happens to you.
too.
Keep your eyes peeled and your ears wide open. What Berghoff tells you is one thing, but what you see may be quite another.
Rest assured, Father.
And don't get embroiled in anything else. Just hand over the letter, hear out his reply, and return.
Yes.
So what do you
Pick up the letter.
I think I don't know.
Wait, he's on this side.
Makes two of us.
All right, I better eat. I keep thinking I'm going to have a chance to eat real food, but dried meat will do. Okay. Now I'm kind of wondering how far this epilogue's going to go.
I believe we have written it well, gentlemen.
Without a doubt.
No one could deduce from this whether we are Sigismund's allies or foes.
I really like Hanush, too.
I must travel back to Brno now.
He's quite a character.
But soon I will go to Brandenburg and I will stop here on the way back. By then, Sir Capon should be back and we can discuss how to proceed.
Right. Before you leave, my lord, there is one thing that gives me no rest. Why did Sigismund come as a foe? It makes no sense.
If I may, sir, I think I can explain.
Oh, please enlighten us, young sir.
I live not far from Hungary, where Sigismund reigns. It is a savage country, and the constant war with the Turks has hardened the people. They need a monarch with an iron hand. So when Sigismund felt the wind of revolt, he reacted as he would at home. Only what works on the Hungarian nobles does not work here in Bohemia.
Bringing order is
another one of my
one
favorite
thing,
cities.
Slaughtering and pillaging with a horde of barbarians, quite another. What purpose does that serve?
But Sigismund did give the Bohemian nobles a chance to take his side. It was only when they refused his ultimatum that he lost patience and took to the sword.
As for the barbarians, he could afford nothing better. The Hungarian nobility would gain nothing from joining his campaign in Bohemia. He didn't have enough coin for a regular army, and so he recruited the Cumans. What he does not pay them, they make up for in plunder.
Yeah,
But
we
in
can't
the end,
forgive
he
him for
didn't have enough to
Scalix.
even satisfy the Cumans. That's why he raided Gutenberg and Skalitz. He wanted the silver.
That makes sense.
My lords, how's the letter coming along?
I'm
It's
ready.
done.
I'm all shiny.
Then we can be on
oh,
our
no,
way.
I'm not. Hands, take a
Now
bath,
remember what
man.
we said, boy. All you have to do is deliver the letter, listen to the answer, and come back here. Don't provoke Berghoff in any way.
Provoke? Me? Never, Uncle. We'll be back in a few days. Farewell, your graces. Come, Henry, my men are waiting.
Well, I have to change my
I
clothes
wish you
again.
Godspeed.
Congratulations. Oh, that's it. Wait, there's more. If you like, you can still embark on side quests and activities or just wander the world. You can end the game anytime afterwards by writing off the map. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, let's
Come
go.
now, Hal. My men are mustered in the courtyard. We can get going.
Okay, wait, I have to change my clothes. I can't possibly ride out like this. And then we'll do that. We will ride off. Look how goofy I look. Oh, my stars. Here she is. All right, let's see if we can have our date.
I've got something for you.
Ooh.
I hope you won't need them. but
Lockpicks.
just
I don't
in
think we're
case.
going to need them
Thank you.
anymore. Oh, we got bandages. Well, I definitely hope we won't
Wouldn't
need
you like
them
to take a
anymore.
stroll somewhere?
I'd love to.
Okay, here we go. Hope it's a good one. Oh, Radzig to Henry. Yeah, that seems to be true.
Listen, Teresa.
Oh, here we go.
There's something I ought to tell you.
What is it? What's troubling you?
I'm not quite sure how to tell you, so I'll just spit it out. So Radzig Kobyla is
Thanks,
my
Bilbo,
father.
for telling me to do this.
And King Wenceslas is my cousin. You really had me going.
No, I'm serious.
What? But, Henry, how on earth could...
I know, it was a shock for me too. It turns out Sir Radzig and my mother had some romance. Of course, he couldn't marry a commoner.
And your father? I mean the blacksmith. God, that sounds so odd. I mean Martin.
He knew Sir Radzig from way back. Martin, Pa, married her before I was born to protect her reputation and raise me as his own.
And Sir Radzig allowed it?
Sure. Actually, I get a feeling the whole thing was agreed between them. Sir Radzig was glad she wasn't left alone with a child.
My God, Henry, that's just... And what will that mean for you?
I honestly don't know.
You don't know?
Well, it all depends on Sir Radzig, doesn't it? As his illegitimate son, I don't have any rights as such. But it's not like I've suddenly become a noble like Capon. And even though Sir Radzig has publicly acknowledged me, well, sort of, it hasn't really changed anything.
And if Sir Radzig decided to make a real noble of you, would you want that?
No, of course not. Did you see how goofy we looked in those green clothes? Although, we would get to live a little bit better. I don't know, I think our life's pretty good. We got a lot of money, clearly more than Divish, since he couldn't afford to do what we did in Privoslavitz. Yeah, I think we'd rather be a burgher, and I think we could do that. We could be a well-to-do merchant. And the bailiff's pretty high standings. No, I think we're good.
I wouldn't. And it's never going to happen anyway.
Why not?
A bastard remains a bastard. Even if Sir Radzig never had another heir, all his property would go to the king by rights.
You might be right, but can't you imagine it? Would you still care for me, a common millmaid?
Of course,
if you were
Teresa.
a nobleman?
We have been, well, that would be inappropriate. We have been faithful to you throughout.
Of course. I'll always be fond of you. Nothing will change that.
I'll remember that. I hope you won't regret those words.
Not quite the words we were looking
fear of that.
for. Okay, that was good. Thank you, Bilbo. All right, Hans, let's go, baby. Where is he? Is he already mounted up? Where are you, Hans? Capon? Oh, here he is. So I guess we gotta go talk to him and say, let's go. I like your armor, Hans Capon, but you need a bath.
So, can we set off now, Henry?
Yep, the last ride.
Of course. I can't wait.
So, to horse. The Lord of Bergov is bound to be waiting as eagerly.
I thought it might all be a cutscene.
Yeah!
I guess not.
Are you
Why
blind, for Christ's sake? There's people walking here.
So in spite of myself, I got it in the end. One last time riding over somebody on my horse. Man, come on, it's hard to go slow enough to stay behind you people. I guess we're going slowly, we're not off to a canter. I think we're gonna get up here with Hans Capon. Yep, Henry's farewell to Rattay. And everything else.
So, how is life as a highborn bard?
I'm getting used to it.
What about Radzig? Has he accounted for not owning up to you the whole time?
He explained it. All will be well, I think.
Glad to hear it. It's far
But you
more
guys-
acceptable for a nobleman to befriend a noble bastard than a
You guys already know that
Mind you, don't come to blows with a blacksmith, my young lord.
that the next story isn't the continuation of this story, yeah? But that's already been confirmed.
What do you think about Sir Jobst and his plan?
Well, I admit all the scheming has me a little lost. I thought Sigismund was the devil, Wenceslas a martyr, those on his side the heroes, and those against him the villains. I believed we'd rescue the king and all would be well again, but now it looks a lot more complicated.
Exactly. I didn't expect the noble lords to be as noble as the angels, but I hadn't expected such a sewer. They behave like children.
I can't fathom how after all this backstabbing they're somehow still on speaking terms.
I don't know either. Beggar's belief.
Could we maybe get going?
Did you know that King Wenceslas is such a
Feckless
Wencher?
drunkard?
Yeah.
Not really. And to be honest, I'm not sure I wanted to know. I slept better believing my fate was watched over by a wise and powerful monarch.
So did I.
What a dismal world when you can't keep trusting your own king.
Yeah. On the other hand, times were better with him here than with him gone.
Isn't that the truth?
What do you think of Sigismund?
If I were him, I'd have had enough of my brother even sooner.
But he's a monster. Look at what those hordes of his are getting
Yeah,
up to.
exactly.
What he did in Skalitz.
True
Kind of
enough.
hard to look beyond that.
On the other hand, if Wenceslas and Prokop hadn't come across him, none of this would have happened.
We don't know that because Sigismund wanted
That's
to
a fact.
be the king.
But he couldn't let them shit all over him either.
Ops.
Not that I'm defending him.
He's a weasel.
Oh, really?
No
For fruit
doubt about
generally. That's interesting.
Do you know anything about Prokop?
Sir Hanush could tell you a thing or two about him.
Well, Radzig already told us a lot about him, about everybody.
Last winter, a certain Sir Jan Sokol of Lamberg, a well-known knight, or robber baron to some, tried to occupy the city of Iglau, which was on the orders of none other than Prokop.
And what has that got to do with Hanush?
Well, he was there with him. Of course, that's not something to brag about in front of Jobst.
And what was it all about?
They wanted to occupy a city that was on the side of the League of Lords, but despite there being several hundred strong, they didn't take it. For one thing, they couldn't get past the Iglau women, with their pitchforks and cauldrons of hot water.
We're getting a lot of history here at the end of the
I would
game.
never have thought of Sir Hanush as such a rebel.
Sir Hanush is one of my favorite characters in the game.
And have you heard anything about Rupert of the
Teresa is
Palatinate?
probably my favorite character, but there are a lot of really good characters in this
from a king
game.
who doesn't much care for ruling and isn't fighting back. That doesn't seem like a man who has what it takes to rule. And that's all I need to know.
Yeah, I like her. She was my favorite
about him?
character.
I haven't heard much good about him, but I have a feeling that some other nobles are quite in awe of him. And his castle is apparently quite impressive. I'll be interested to see for myself.
Whoops, sorry. My monitor started all of a sudden having sound. And I was trying to deal with that.
And what
while
about the
I
League
was
of
watching.
Lords? Wealthy, pompous. The king doesn't seem to like them much. He's chosen to let the lesser ranks of the nobility into his circle, men like your father. I admit I don't blame him one bit. But the lords weren't happy about their lost influence, so they put their foot down. If I were Wenceslas, I'd have let them hang after they abducted me the first time. But he gave them seats at the provincial council? Little wonder they're back in their old tricks.
Stepping out. Where are we now? Oh, look at the map. Just out of curiosity. Oh, we're in Neuhof. Okay. I guess I would have recognized it as we came alongside the stud up here. I like to think I would have recognized it. Let's see if Captain Bernard's horse is still over here. It's been here the whole game. I think he was having something going on with him and Zora. Let's check. Nope, finally. That's the first time I've been up here the whole entire game that Captain Bernard's horse wasn't there. You're free roam. I would be happy if this just kind of moved along now. Now he doesn't even have anything to say, but we're not riding any faster, so we're just gonna go along. This has really just been a fantastic game. You know, I'm really glad I stuck it out. It was certainly hard going at first, but I'm really glad I stuck it out. I know a lot of people who didn't, who played this game and gave up on it, and I appreciate all the help and encouragement you all have given me as I've played it. Yeah, it's been an amazing game. And it's a gorgeous game, too. Considering the age that it has on it, it still looks great. It's really held up well, and it's very interesting. Another streamer friend of mine told me the other day when I popped into his stream that he was going to play it. You're welcome, Bilbo. I'm just so very glad I did. I was really intrigued by it. My son played it for a little while, and he was one of the ones that gave up on it. But I was just really intrigued by it, and I thought, you know what? I'm gonna stick it out. I'm gonna get good at all the things and just kind of roll with it and see where we go. And I'm really happy that I did. What are we doing now? Are we gonna say goodbye? Oh, hey, Bijou. We are just finishing up here. Oh, is this our camp? Wait, Capon, do I have to walk all the way over here now? Man, although I was just saying how much I really like this game, which I have, this ending is a little drawn out, I have to say. Okay, Hans, let's have a chat. Let's say goodbye, or whatever we're going to say. The game is not letting me talk to him. Yes, I will be doing that, and I will definitely be playing it when it happens.
How about it, Henry? Can we go? Are you ready for this?
Yes, I've been ready for this all this time.
Of course. At last I'll get to see more of the country and have a bit of an outing.
Quite.
So they give you one more chance to say no and turn around and go back. Okay, you guys, I got the end achievement, which is, of course, the end of the game. Obviously, I did not platinum the game, but
I finally have the feeling we're doing something worthwhile.
Super fun.
We're helping to save the king.
Let's hear this last little bit of
Instead saving
dialogue.
His drunken Majesty, I'd rather find that whoreson who murdered my parents.
Oh,
get the sword
the
back from
dialogue
him,
is taking a turn for the
skewer him
dark
with it.
now.
Cheer up, Henry. I have a feeling you'll get your chance one day.
Yeah, they
And it won't
really
be long
are
in
making
coming.
it sound like the next game picks up on
Forward,
this
men.
one. You guys already
Oh,
said it
Dentes
doesn't.
Fortuna,
but-
Juvat.
Oh, there they go. Bye. I finally took the jacket off that Celisar hated so much right at the very end of the game.